protect your children from online dangers. Go to yourcentralvalley.com now to see the CBS 47 Cyber Safe Parent Program.
CBS 47 Renew a Ride. Enter online now for your chance to win.
Eyewitness News starts now.
Next on Eyewitness News at 7, plenty of wet weather in California, and that includes plenty of snow.
Showers and snow still falling. Another powerful storm system arrives tomorrow night in your pinpoint forecast.
Plus, a GoFundMe account is set up for a family who lost a loved one in a tragic crash. We have an update.
This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 7.
Good evening. Thanks for tuning us in. I'm Ken Malloy. Catherine Herr is off tonight. We begin with weather and how things are shaping up for the long holiday weekend.
Good evening to you. I'm CBS 47 meteorologist Justin Sacher. Another strong storm system on its way. It arrives tomorrow night. We'll start with a look through our Valley Cam network powered by Master Storage 365. This is the Master Storage 365 camera in Madera, where right now it is 46 degrees. Temperatures still falling out there, though not quite as cool as we were early this morning for many spots tonight. There are a few light showers in the valley at this hour near I-5 and Los Banos, also just moving outside of Merced at this hour. Temperatures 45 here in Fresno and Madera, 45 in Visalia. We'll show you what to expect from this next strong storm system coming tomorrow night. Your full pinpoint weather forecast.
Justin, thank you. We do have team coverage as a winter storm hits California. Greg Mills shows us how snow in San Bernardino County caught some drivers off guard.
Look at this. The drive up Highway 138 from the 15 freeway. Spectacular. It is something to see. But driving in these mountains, a nightmare. In Wrightwood, Highway 2, the main road through town, despite Caltrans' best efforts, it's snowpacked and icy.
Very icy, yeah. Sliding around everywhere. This is an all-wheel drive, and normally we don't need to put the chains on, but this year we did.
Estelle and Giovanni were trapped inside their house for 2 days because of all the snow. Thanks to their neighbor and his snowplow, they were able to dig their car out, which is something Sonny Senden can relate to. How long has your car been here?
2 days. Yeah.
You just couldn't get it out?
I couldn't get it out, yeah.
He works at this market in Wrightwood. Because he lives in town, he was able to walk to work the last 2 days. Other employees, not as fortunate. Those who live out of town, and that's quite a few, stopped right here, Highway 138 at Highway 2. The road into Wrightwood. It was closed to non-residents.
They're being told that unless they're a resident, then they can't come up.
And with more than 2 feet of fresh powder at Mountain High, boarders and skiers pack this place. But if non-residents don't have access to Wrightwood, how'd they get here? Well, it turns out there's a back way to get here that a lot of people are aware of. And Mountain High says this is the most snow they've seen in November in 25 years.
It's beautiful. Snow's great. Pretty deep, about 2 or 3 feet. All the runs are pretty hard to pack, so it's been a pretty good day out there.
Looks a lot of fun up there. Meanwhile, a winter storm warning still in effect for the San Gabriel Mountains. The snow forced Caltrans to shut down all roads leading up to Big Bear and require chains to be put on tires for all impacted areas. In developing news tonight, we are learning more about a mother of 6 killed in a DUI crash just days before Thanksgiving. The CHP says that 30-year-old Michelle Aguirre was killed and her 3 children were hurt in the crash. CBS 47's AJ Cotto joins us live with reaction from her family. AJ.
Well, Ken, they're understandably devastated by this sudden loss. Instead of spending Thanksgiving at home, they spent it in the hospital, but say the children will be okay. Now, the crash happened on Tuesday. Ramirez Jr. has since been arrested. Her mother, Pearl, says he was Aguirre's boyfriend and she was planning on bringing the kids over later to eat. Pearl says they keep asking where their mom is and she's not able to bring herself to tell them.
I miss her and I love her and I wish she wasn't gone. But I know she's in a happy place.
Pearl now has the heartbreaking task of laying her daughter to rest. She says her family needs the community's help. If you'd like to donate, I'll put a link to the GoFundMe online at yourcentralvalley.com. In studio, AJ Cotto, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
AJ, thank you much for that. Tonight, a murder suspect in is behind bars. Detectives with the Fresno County Sheriff's Office say that 36-year-old Jesus Capuchin shot and killed a 30-year-old victim. The shooting happened Wednesday. Deputies were called to McKinley and Phelan Avenues around 5:30 that night for an assault and reports of gunshot fire. The victim's friend called 911. When deputies arrived, they found the victim wounded and laying on the ground. They performed CPR, but unfortunately, he died at the scene. Detectives have learned that Capuchin is the possible suspect in that shooting and he has been arrested. He is now facing murder charges. Fresno firefighters responded to an early morning blaze at an auto repair shop. This happened near Belmont and Maple around 7:30 this morning. They found 5 cars fully engulfed in flames inside the building. In addition to having to cut through the locked gates, the crews also had to deal with chemicals inside the building. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. Black Friday sales are still going strong tonight, but with online shopping going strong as well, how are brick and mortar stores doing here locally? CBS 47's Medeiros Babb went to River Park looking for answers.
Well, as you can see behind me, the foot traffic is picking up here at River Park, but it wasn't overwhelmingly busy this morning, and that's because of a couple reasons, including Black Friday now starting on Thanksgiving night. However, it still seems to be split 50-50 on whether or not people are shopping in the stores or online. People with bags in their hand pile into the stores at River Park Shopping Center, hoping to get the best deals and sales of the season.
Just getting ready to do a little Black Friday shopping. Got a couple stores we want to go to.
According to the National Chamber of Commerce, Americans spend an average of $1,000 on the holidays, and last year, Adobe Analytics reported U.S. consumers spent over $6 billion on Black Friday alone. Bath & Body Works employee Elizabeth Beltran is spending her day helping customers who are coming to the store earlier than seasons before.
Yes, and then we've been staying open later and later. So like last night we closed at 1:30, and then they opened up at, I believe it was 4 this morning.
Although some may come for the shopping, others are here to get in the holiday spirit, whether that be taking pictures with Santa or spending time with their loved ones.
Good job, kiddos. A lot of cousin and sister time, so it was a lot of fun this week.
It's a true blessing to spend time with family, so it's wonderful to be here.
Yes. These sisters' little ones couldn't agree more. What's your guys' favorite part about Christmas?
Spending with my friends and family.
And although Black Friday still is pretty popular, it seems like the trends are now shifting more and more online, especially with Cyber Monday. Reporting from River Park, Medeiros Babb, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
And don't forget, tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. It's a chance to support your local businesses. In Old Town Clovis, for instance, businesses there will be hosting what they are calling a stress-free shopping experience. Many stores will be waiving all sales tax fees, while also having holiday specials, prizes, and raffle drawings. Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 7, we take you to the state capitol to show you why hundreds of people spoke out over concerns about climate change. That's coming up next.
News is happening. And when news breaks, you have questions. CBS 47 works to get you answers, investigating the issues you care about, to be your voice, to be your eyewitness, and to make sense of it all. Every night, Murrow and Emmy Award-winning Eyewitness News investigates with Ken Malloy and Catherine Herr on CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
The Kia Holiday Sticker Sales Event is going on now at Future Kia of Clovis. Get 0 APR financing for 66 months, plus up to $2,000 Kia bonus cash on specially tagged vehicles. Save big now at Future Kia of Clovis or cloviskia.com 24/7.
Black Friday is on at Lithia Ford of Fresno. Shop big Black Friday deals all month long. Save 20% off MSRP on all new Ford F-150 XLTs, 90 to choose from. And that's not all. Save big on this one, this one, this one too. Don't forget this one, and of course, this one. Some of our best-selling models, not just one to choose from, but every one in stock with deals too big to miss. Black Friday is on all month long. Get to Lithia Ford of Fresno.
The Kia Holiday Sticker Sales Event is going on now at Future Kia of Clovis. Get big holiday savings on over 200 new Kias, including 65 tough and ready SUVs, Kia Sportage, Sorento, and Telluride. Save big now at Future Kia of Clovis or ClovisKia.com 24/7.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
As a home health aide at a Sacher Hospice, we're here to help you with your personal needs. And we work with your caregiver to share how to provide quality care.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Mercedes-Benz of Fresno. This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
2 people were killed and 3 others were injured in what British authorities are now calling a terrorist attack in London. Police say the suspect was wearing what looked like a fake explosive vest when he started stabbing people. Video of the incident shows citizens attacking the attacker. Police were on scene within minutes and shot and killed the assailant.
I also want to pay tribute to the extraordinary bravery of those members of the public who physically intervened to protect the lives of others.
Police are not looking for any other suspects tonight. In news around the state in Sacramento today, instead of going shopping, hundreds turned out to speak out against climate change. Capitol Bureau reporter Ashley Zavala shows us what they want the governor to do.
Teens took over the state capitol on Black Friday to push for greener policy.
Because I would rather miss every Black Friday to save the world rather than save some money.
About 200 people rallied inside and outside the building for hours, calling for more action to prevent climate change in California at the local, state, and national level.
But nobody is doing enough on this issue. It's going to require a complete economic mobilization and a complete transformation of our society.
13-year-old Supriya Patel helped organize the event.
Electability doesn't matter anymore. The lives of your constituents do.
The group, called Fridays for Future, specifically demanding Governor Gavin Newsom no longer authorize fossil fuel infrastructure. The group says it's one of the largest oil producers in the nation. The group staging a die-in, hoping this demand would be heard, but no word yet from the governor. Friday's protest, part of a nationwide demonstration.
Because the climate crisis doesn't go on holiday, it doesn't go on vacation, and we're not going to either.
In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Meanwhile, the price of fresh-cut Christmas trees are going up this year. Christmas tree production is down 33% from 1977. Droughts and wildfires have been factors. Prices have more than doubled since 2008. The National Christmas Tree Association says the average price for a live Christmas tree this year is about $76. Let's check in with Justin Sacher, who is tracking our weather.
We're looking at another wintry storm system hitting tomorrow. This one's going to drop rain on top of fresh snow. All the details are next in your Pinpoint Weather Forecast.
Local marching band barred from practicing on their own football field. CBS 47 was on your side and helped them get the access they needed.
We're definitely thrilled that you were on our side.
See this story and contact us at yourcentralvalley.com. Eyewitness News investigates.
Carl Jr. Well, if it isn't Big Carl, you fixin' to sauce me up? Sick those beefy twins on this cheese hound. Scram, Big Mac. Go play with your extra toy bun. The adults are getting meaty. Carl's Jr., you know what you want.
The Push-Pull or Drag It In event is going on now with the Farney Automotive Group. We need all trades, and we're paying top dollar. If you owe money, if you're upside down, or if you have to drag it in, we want your car. This event runs now till December 2nd. Before you go anywhere, come get our trade value first. Come to any of our stores, Toyota of Selma, Farney Ford, or Farney Buick GMC, where buyers are on site. Whether you buy from us or not, we want your car. 10 days only. Don't miss our Push-Pull or Drag It In event. Only at the Farney Automotive Group. Drive a little, save a lot.
I got 50% off everything.
At Central Valley Honda dealers, 14 days of Black Friday. Get door-busting deals without busting anything at all on Civic and more. See your Central Valley Honda dealer.
With Black Friday savings all month long, now is the best time to buy at Lithia Nissan of Fresno. With 4 IIHS top safety pick vehicles to choose from, you'll get a great deal on a Nissan with intelligent safety features.
You can drive safe and save with prices like these.
Right now, you can lease a 2019 Sentra for only $99 a month plus tax. And with our Deal and a Meal program, getting a car and lunch is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Hurry in and save at Lithia Nissan of Fresno today. Shop, save, done.
At Me and Ed's, how pizza is made is just as important as how it tastes. So every morning we start with wholesome ingredients, no soy, no byproducts. And it's just $14.50 for a large 3-topping pizza. Because wholesome is affordable at Me and Ed's.
Carl's Jr. They call you really big, Carl? Must be those triple-sauced meat heaps. How about you cloak me in cheese? Drape me in a 3-piece patty suit like a beef tycoon. Carl's Jr., you know what you want.
KC24 News is brought to you by Dr. Satari at All Smiles Dental.
Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening to you. I'm CBS 47 meteorologist Justin Sacher. Beautiful fresh snow in places like Shaver. This is from the Shaver Lake Webcams.info website. I took this capture before sunset, of course. Same with the Miller's Landing one up at Bass Lake. But we're going to see such a warm storm system arrive tomorrow that a lot of the areas that have been getting snow will get rain on top of that. It's really going to wash down that snow and make a big change from these very picturesque settings we have right now. Very light showers along I-5 near Los Banos right now. This is the tail end of current pre-Thanksgiving system that's been winding its way down out of the area. The next one to come is this one. This is a powerful one, and it comes ashore tomorrow in the evening, and we're going to see some heavy rain from this. In fact, some of these rain totals could be close to an inch in many areas on the valley floor, if not even more. And we're going to see continued rain in the forecast as we go over much of the week ahead, because we continue to see more and more moisture move onshore. Precipitation forecast here does have these totals between a half and an entire inch here on the valley floor. 0.8 for Fresno. More snow in Lodgepole and Sequoia National Park, and about 1.5 inches of rain on top of the snow at Hume Lake. 2 inches of rain on top of the snow at Shaver, and another 2 inches of rain on top of snow surrounding Yosemite, although areas in higher elevations, this time that snow level closer to 7,000 feet rather than 2, is going to be much cooler. Temperatures today reaching barely into the 50s here in Fresno. We did see overnight lows last night that stayed above 40 degrees here in Fresno. And so tonight's forecast is calling for temperatures that will be in the 30s, but not quite at freezing. Temperatures as well as sun and solar generation from your renewable solar forecast dropping with these systems coming onshore. Your air quality right now is good through the area, and the pollen forecast remains low for the next 4 days. A look at your extended forecast for the Sierra shows the change in those snow levels. You can see from the 2,000-foot range now to the 7,000-foot range, or even warmer. On into the week next week with lots of days of rain mixed with snow in the Sierra. Rain for the valley arrives tomorrow night. We'll see a wet day Sunday with showers ahead through much of the week ahead.
The nice thing about the pattern is we had a very mild, I guess we could say, leading up to all this stuff. But it's nice.
First half of November was almost like September.
Yeah, but now the pump is primed, as the saying goes.
Yeah, we're on the flip side of this.
Yeah, I got new windshield wipers, so I'm ready for it.
Good, good. We need all we can get.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Justin. Well, China Peak, speaking of getting all we can get, is kicking off its season today. Crowds lined up early for some great conditions up there. These are some of the first chair riders who hit the slopes at 9 o'clock this morning. They're dedicated, that's for sure. The resort says it's already gotten 5 feet of snow. While folks went up the mountain earlier today, they are expecting even more fresh powder by Sunday. The resort says, by the way, this is the earliest season opening they've had since the year 2010. Good for them. Meanwhile, Santa Claus Lane is now open for the 5th year in a row. 40 houses will be lit up with lights synchronized to holiday music. The display is located at Gettysburg and Locan. That's in Clovis. You can walk or drive the event, and you can see all the lights. Santa Claus will be making an appearance and stopping off there as well. You can take pictures with him and your family. The fun is happening until 10 o'clock tonight. Looks like fun. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 7, a woman in Southern California is knitting to make a difference, how she is helping breast cancer survivors around the world.
Tonight, pour a cup of hot chocolate and settle in for holiday classics on CBS.
That's a great idea.
Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say.
There could only be one king in this crowd.
Yay! Imagine that.
Frosty the Snowman, followed by Frosty Returns.
Let's make a party out of it.
The holiday magic begins tonight at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
Dr. Badiga at Family Allergy and Asthma Clinic has been helping Valley residents treat allergies and asthma for years.
He makes sure that everything that you have a problem with is addressed.
Family Allergy and Asthma Clinic on Chestnut, north of Herndon.
The Fall Used Car Sell-a-thon is going on now at Future Ford of Clovis. Over 119 certified Fords to choose from. F-150, Explorer, Expedition, and more. Get big selection and low prices. Now at Future Ford of Clovis and FutureFordClovis.com 24/7.
Don't move. We'll get you to the nurse's office right away. That other kid clearly was distracted and wasn't paying any attention. You may be out of school for a few days, but don't worry about your homework. You go home, get some rest. I'll handle everything.
Jacoby & Myers has been helping people for over 40 years. If you've been injured, we'd love to help you too. Put Jacoby & Myers on your side. Call us first.
I love my lawyer.
Pass the gravy on Thursday and skip the madness on Friday. The Better Black Friday Sell-a-thon is on all weekend long at your California Ford dealers. It's not just better. With huge savings on a huge selection, it's the best place to be this Black Friday. Now get F-150 with 0 for $72. Lease the 2020 Explorer for $299 per month. Or lease Ranger for $199 per month. The savings are crazy, and that makes this a Better Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Hurry to your California Ford dealers. It all ends Monday.
The Ford rebates just got bigger during the Better Black Friday Sell-a-thon at Future Ford of Clovis. Bring us your trade and get a loaded F-150 with over $92.50 in Ford rebates, or choose 0 for $72. Now at Future Ford of Clovis.
Dr. Badiga at Family Allergy and Asthma Clinic has been helping Valley residents treat allergies and asthma for years.
So I'm so much healthier. I feel stronger, and that's important for a working mom.
Family Allergy and Asthma Clinic on Chestnut, north of Herndon.
Win this car and keep your family moving with CBS 47 Renew Ride.
This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
In Southern California, a woman is giving her fellow breast cancer survivors a reason to be thankful. She knits bra inserts for women who have undergone surgery. Chris Martinez shows us how she's helping people around the world.
Every day, Pat Anderson sits in her favorite chair and does what she does best.
I've been knitting since I was about 8.
Now 87, she's using her knitting skills to help survivors of breast cancer, just like her.
I was diagnosed in the summer of 2006. Because of the location of the tumor, I needed to have a mastectomy.
During her recovery, Pat tried a number of makeshift prosthetics, from silicone to socks, but nothing ever fit or felt quite right until she crafted a solution of her own. Pat made these knitted inserts called busters, and they worked so well for her, she decided to make them for other women undergoing mastectomies.
I had been waiting for years for the right retirement project to come along so I could retire. And this was perfect.
So Pat recruited some fellow master knitters, and they went to work. Together, they've knitted pairs for women around the world. Pat has made the most.
It's approaching 1,000 pairs.
That's about 8,000 hours of knitting. Pat doesn't charge for busters. Every set is free.
A personal gift from one survivor to another.
The hundreds of cards and emails from over the years are thanks enough.
Bless you and all you do. You are an angel.
She hopes her creation brings comfort.
And to help them begin to feel like normal women again and not victims. And I guess that's what I would say, you know. Remember, we're still the same people we always were.
Helping women cope with cancer, one stitch at a time. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Escondido, California.
What a wonderful story. In other news around the state of California, it's been over a year now since the small town of Paradise, California was nearly destroyed by that wildfire. But now the town has something to cheer about. The town's high school football team is dominating rivals this season. Tomorrow they could move one step closer to a state championship. Most of the players lost everything to the fire. Last year, the team was forced to forfeit their season and face an uncertain future.
Nobody wants to tell the victim story anymore. Everyone wants to tell the story about moving forward. It's incredible how many people have been coming out to the games. We show up to games an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours away, and we'll go and pack the visitors' sideline and bring more people than the home team sometimes.
No matter how far they end up going, these teens have become heroes in their hometown. Speaking of football, tonight, high school football action continues. It's the final CBS 47 Sidelines program. Local high school football teams are looking to come away with championships. We'll have live reports on the big wins in this year's final edition of CBS 47 Sidelines. You can catch it all coming up on Eyewitness News tonight at 11. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 7, it's not just people hitting the slopes. We'll let you know where folks caught 2 bears enjoying the view from a tree.
Allard's Art is your local source for all of your drawing and painting needs, from blank canvas to professional framing, plus the Valley's largest assortment of fine pins. Allard's Art on Blackstone and Barstow.
For more information on this business, go to yourcentralvalley.com and click on Central Valley Local.
Glow bright and all your dreams take flight. Lease the E350 sedan for $529 a month at the Mercedes-Benz winter event. Hurry in today.
America once made a promise to middle-class kids. Kids like Mike Bloomberg. Work hard and you can make good. But Mike knew it was also important to do good. He built a company from scratch, creating 20,000 jobs with quality health care and paid leave. In the shadow of 9/11, Mike is elected mayor of a shaken city. He rebuilds, creating 400,000 new jobs to help the struggling middle class, improving care and safety for seniors, and raising teacher pay and graduation rates. After being mayor, Mike takes on new challenges, helping cities across the nation deliver for the middle class, providing scholarships for college, driving innovations in job training, helping pass gun safety laws, and supporting efforts to combat climate change. Now Mike is running for president to beat Trump and have the wealthy pay their fair share to build an economy that works for everyone. Mike Bloomberg for president.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Stay connected with breaking news as it happens. Instantly accessible at yourcentralvalley.com with current stories from your community and the latest pinpoint weather conditions all day, every day. CBS 47 Eyewitness News is always available at yourcentralvalley.com. This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Finally from us, take a look at this. Skiers and snowboarders up at Mammoth Mountain got a surprise on the slopes. People riding up the lift spotted a baby and a mama bear, both perched up in that tree. The resort says the bears hung out for a while, enjoyed the view before eventually climbing down the tree and then disappearing back into the woods.
You're safe from the bear if you're on the lift.
Yes,
you know,
that's right.
So that's a really cool thing. But yeah, if you're on the snow,
no,
it's a different matter. We do have more snow coming. However, this is going to be much higher in elevation, so we're going to get rain on top of snow in places like Shaver and at Hume Lake. Temperatures are warmer, and we're watching the rain continue through Sunday and then throughout the week ahead with showers.
Okay, that'll do it for this edition of Eyewitness News at 7. We'll see you tonight at 11.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News is on air, online, and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com.
Black Friday Friday is on at Lithia Ford of Fresno. Shop big Black Friday deals all month long. Save 20% off MSRP on all new Ford F-150 XLTs. 90 to choose from. And that's not all. Save big on this one, too. Don't forget this one, and of course, this one. Some of our best-selling models, not just one to choose from, but every one in stock with deals too big to miss. Black Friday is on all month long. Get to Lithia Ford of Fresno.
It's the event you've waited all year for. Rosari Auto Center's Black Friday Savings Event. Every vehicle's priced to sell. Test drive a new Ford truck starting at $19,991. Rosari has the best deals and the best wheels, just in time for the holidays. And starting at 8 a.m. on November 29th, Rosari Auto Center's pre-owned vehicle prices are being slashed. Get your next favorite ride at our lowest prices of the year, starting at $999. Get the biggest savings of the year right now. Rosari Auto Center's Black Friday Savings Event.
All around us, issues and indifference. You have questions. You need help. CBS 47 is on your side, investigating the issues you care about, working to get you answers, justice, and restitution.